Hey y'all, welcome to another week of Daily Devos, and we are moving in Psalm 91:2 this week. First thing that I want to make mention that I did not make mention of last week is that I have quite a few of these Joseph Prince, A Prayer of Protection, and his subtitle is Living Fearlessly in Dangerous Times, and it's about Psalm 91. And if you've never read Joseph Prince, if you're not familiar with him, there is no better book to get familiar with him. And so what I'm going to do is, for every share of any daily devo from this week from Psalm 91, I'm going to do it throughout the weeks, as long as I have books. So I think I've got 6 maybe. Anyway, so we'll enter your name into a drawing if you share the daily devo, and each week, so like on Saturday or Sunday, we'll let Joseph do the drawing, and I'll get this book to you, I'll send it to you, and you will thoroughly enjoy it. You'll be blessed by it. I have enjoyed it, and it's just good, which the Word of God is good, and that's what we're going to get into today. So we're moving this week into Psalm 91 verse 2, which, let's just read it together today. Of course, I'm reading out of the Amplified Classic Version. You follow along or read along in whatever you use to study. But it says, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. On Him I lean and rely, and in Him I confidently trust. So we are really going to dig into this week. First things first. He says, I will say. Now that is my part. That is my responsibility. Nobody else can do it for me. I will say. So what is the importance of saying, and what exactly does it mean to say? When looking up the verb that is used here to mean to say in the Hebrew, here are some definitions in the particular, I believe it's called the parse, how it's parsed, so it would be the tense of the verb in Hebrew, and it is to say, to answer, to say in one's heart, and we're going to look at that in a little bit, to think, and to command. So when it says, I will say, I will answer, I will say in my heart, I will think, I will command. I will do this. And this, of course, is in response to verse 1, right? So everything that we read and studied last week, and he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall remain stable and fixed under the shadow of the Almighty, whose power no foe can withstand. I will say of the Lord. I will say of the Lord. He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. On Him I lean and rely, and in Him I confidently trust. Do you think that there might be a connection between, and this, I can tell, everything goes back to Psalm 1, what we started in the very beginning. It's the principle. Do you think there might be a connection between dwelling in the secret place of the Most High and remaining stable and fixed under the shadow of the Almighty? And he says, I will say of the Lord. Could it be that this is how we stay stable and fixed? That this is how we dwell in the secret place of the Most High? And so I'm going to go back to Psalm 1, and then I'm going to go to Joshua, because we get the same type message, oh, it's right there, in Joshua that we get in Psalm 1. Psalm 1 says, of course, blessed, happy, fortunate, prosperous, and enviable is the one who finds his delight and desire in the law of the Lord, which is his precepts, instructions, and teachings of God. He habitually ponders and studies day and night. And then in Joshua, we read, this book of the law, which would be the teachings, instructions, and precepts of the Father, shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, that you may observe and do according to all that is written. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will deal wisely and have good success. So this word shall not depart from in front of our eyes, shall not leave us, getting it out of our mouth. I will say of the Lord. Now, we're at 5 minutes already. Good gracious. So what I just read from was Joshua. I'll give you those references. So Psalm 1 was the first place. And then Joshua 1, and I want to give you 1:8. Joshua 1:8, Psalm 1, and Psalm 91. All right, well, we'll pick up here again tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.